maybe we're live. Like went live and then decided to not go live. Okay, now I think we're good. Okay, check the mirrors. Okay, we're off. We're off. We're gonna go out to Scratch Gravels, okay, sweet girl? Yeah, we're going to Scratch Gravels. Still going haywire after California was crazy for my allergies. There was like everything was like blooming and flowering and all that. Okay, buddy, you got there first, but I hope you respect the rules. Good morning, Andre. To run across, I wouldn't let you go. I'm not gonna hit you, weirdo. Oddly enough, it's actually nicer up here in Montana than it was in California. So here they've been having like a heat wave in California, and then the day we got there, it changes. Like it was horrible, just nasty. Cold, torrential rain, like it was awful. Trying to get out of California, I didn't know if we were actually gonna be able to do it. I had to take a chance. I like woke up, everybody's like, "Oh, when are you leaving?" I was like, "Oh, we'll wait until I wake up and see what the weather's like." Because it was me and one of the drone pilots both had to get across Donner Pass, and I was talking to him, and he was already like, "Well, I'm just gonna go." I should have gone there. Nah, we'll go to the other end. I was thinking about going to this side of the mountains, but we'll go to the other side. But with the way that the rain had moved in, Donner Pass was potentially going to be closed, so he had already decided he wasn't going to go until the next day. Like he was going to spend time with his parents, which live on this side of the mountain of the Sierra, in Fresno. And I was like, well, I'll wake up in the morning and see what the conditions are like, and decide if we're going to attempt it or not, or if we should just take the northern route back, which adds an extra like 3 hours to our drive. Plus there's not really, like, I don't know that route to know, because there's no way I'm going to drive that all in one day. So it's like, is there a place somewhere along that route that I can like spend the night, all that kind of stuff. So I woke up in the morning and I saw that they were like, it was starting to, like, it had been snowing and all that, but I looked at the live camera and it didn't look that bad. And so yeah, but it was chains required unless you were in a four-wheel drive vehicle with snow tires. And I was like, I mean, I'm in an all-wheel drive vehicle with, I need to get over, but everybody's like, it's like I'm slowing down, they're slowing down. It's like, just go the same speed. I'm trying to get behind you, you fucking idiot. like, I'm in an all-wheel drive vehicle with mud tires. Are they gonna like tell me I need to have chains? Like, and of course I'm not gonna get through the light. So we chanced it. We just left because it was supposed to get even worse up on the pass. So we left to try and get there before it got too bad, and we did. Morning, Quick. Oh, my stream finally realized I was live. That's nice. I don't know what was going on. I tried starting 3 times. It actually went live and then just ended for some reason. And then I had to go live again. Like, so I don't even know what is going on with the stream today. But we made it over the pass. It took us, about 3 hours? Because we could only do like 20 miles an hour. And it wasn't like because the roads were that bad. It was because the visibility was that bad. I just couldn't see anything. So I just pretty much just had to get behind somebody and just follow them. I could follow their taillights because I couldn't even see the road. It was so bad. So we were doing like 18 miles an hour all the way up and over, which is about 60 miles. So it took us a long time. Like I said, it took about 3 hours to get up and over. And then we stayed the night in Nevada and then drove the rest of the way yesterday and got here last night. And I am tired. Like, I slept pretty good last night, but it's like that tired, like, that just built up over the weekend because, you know, I had to wake up at really early on Friday to get there early enough, you know, get when I needed to get there, and then so we woke up at like 4 in the morning on Friday. And then that was a late night, and we had to wake up. So I had to wake up at 3 on Saturday in order, because I had to go down to the start line, pick up my gear, and then get everything ready for when I got to my first spot. Luckily, the spots they had me go to, I was able to run all the studio, I guess you could say, out of my van, which was nice. So that helped protect the laptop and a lot of that kind of stuff. And then I had to like waterproof everything else because it rained all day. It was not fun. But that makes for an epic adventure. And I think overall it made for a good broadcast. I know the studio actually went down like 3 or 4 times because the rain was so bad. It knocked out their power like 3 times. Sunny, not a rain cloud in the sky. We don't need the windshield wipers on. get everything done I need to get done today, we can just chill, do whatever for the rest of the week, for the next 2 weeks, really. Next week, I think she has a doctor's appointment. I have my follow-up dentist appointment to get my actual permanent crown back, get it put on, and as soon as both of those are done, then we're leaving Arizona, and I'll be down in Arizona for a couple weeks. Sit back. Why are you standing up there? You have no reason. Thank you. I don't know why you're all riled up this morning. We will be doing today, or this morning I should say, but I can really feel it after standing for 15 hours pretty much on Saturday. I can feel my foot like this. Like yesterday was really bad after driving for another 9 hours, 10 hours, whatever it ended up being. Like I woke up this morning and I can feel it. So I won't be doing, what, this place is for sale? I'd buy this place. It's just vacant land, pretty much. I mean, it looks like somebody has like an old trailer house on it, like an old modular, but it's like not anything anybody could live in, that's for sure. But trail access is awesome right here. Anyways, so we're gonna be taking it easy. I'm not gonna be doing tough ruck this weekend with the advice of my doctor. Wasn't really, I mean, you call it the advice of my doctor, but the doctor pretty much said don't do it. So we'll do that on Thursday, because Thursday is supposed to be like kind of rainy and stormy. Possibility of snow, but I don't think it's going to snow. At this level, it's too warm. The higher peaks are going to get hammered with snow, though, which is good. Out there. Quit bugging me. You're stressing me out. This is a low stress environment. You're stressing me out. God dang, this road has gotten even worse. week when we came out here, same time of the day, same time of week, and there is nobody out here. And that's why I was, like last week when I was like complaining, not really complaining, just making more of an observation about how busy it was out here, how crazy it was. Even though that wasn't, like you said last week, ooh, it's a little breezy out here. Where'd this come from? It was not breezy at all in town. Where I was making the observation about how busy it was, and yeah, there was only like 6 cars out here, which isn't busy, but for out here it is. Like, there's 0 cars out here. Oh. Wind's not too cold. I think I'll be okay with just a regular hat on. And why the heck is going on with the network this morning? Don't usually have issues with the network. Go ahead. I'm gonna put your bell on. Ooh, it is like the heck. Okay, I'll just put a light jacket on. It should be okay. That wind feels cold now. I think I'll be okay. Just wear a black hat. Keep our head warm. Move my arms up, my tummy shows underneath like pulls out from underneath my coat. That wind is cold. It's like lift your arms up above your head or your tummy pulls out. I'm not even wearing a tummy shirt. I really got to clean my vest. Can't even do my zipper. Okay, we're gonna wear gloves because my hands are already cold. It is 45 degrees out here, but that wind just makes everything feel frigid. And it's probably just because of what I went through over the weekend. Because it was like just frigid. Oh, I forgot to do the stuff on the overlays here. I can't see now because of the sun. Will you quit? No. Holy cow, this fucking thing. It's like I'm clearly not clicking on the overlay, but the thing thinks I am. Will you? I'm just trying to take this off. It won't let me. It's like, oh, you're trying to click on it? No, I'm not. I'm not trying to click on that. I'm trying to swipe to the left so I can turn it off, you fool. Oh, look at that. I moved from there to here, and now all of a sudden I'm running 6 megabytes standing up there, which realistically I'm about 10 feet lower. I should not have better signal. And now I'm running 6 megabytes where I couldn't even, it wasn't even running 100 kilobytes up there. It was giving me network issues. It's like, now I have worse signal. Like, what the hell? And you're gonna run 6 megabytes. I don't get this thing. I don't get it. That's why I was confused when we got here, and I'm looking at the thing and it says I have a weak network connection. I'm like, what the hell is going on this morning that I have a weak network connection? And I moved 10 feet and all of a sudden it's like perfect. See, now it makes sense. My signal strength is getting weaker, so my buffer speed is getting weaker because I'm going down. We're getting down below the top of the ridge up here now, which my cell towers are over there. I mean, there's one behind me too, but we're well behind the ridge for that one. That's okay. You want to go straight? Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. Take the high route, but the way this wind is, I don't want to now. Perfectly okay doing the low route here. That's a cold wind. There was zero breeze. So supposedly, there is a, well, not supposedly, in the lobby of my building, there's a little coffee shop / sweet treat place opening up. And I don't know when they're supposed to officially open, but they did kind of a soft launch last week. Just for a night, there was like a big social thing going on. And then, whew, I'm out of breath. When we recoup, California sucked. It was the worst weather with during doing a live broadcast. It was horrendous. Torrential downpour. Day, cold, windy, like almost hurricane force winds occasionally. But yeah, so there's this little pocketbook. If it's any good, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when it's gonna open. Nahri, come on, no, hey. Just trying to eat horse poop. That's one of the 2 poops that she will eat. And then I don't even know when it's going to open. When it actually opens in the morning. You think the coffee shops you want to be open early, but I guess other people's early is not the same as my early as well. 70 degrees there, yeah. Yeah, the weather on the eastern half of the U.S. is supposed to be relatively warm and stable for the next, well, damn near through the end of the month. Over here is temperamental on this side of the U.S. I guess it's supposed to be like this. I mean, it's kind of sunny out. Not a whole lot of clouds, but it's not going to get that warm. Like, I think the high today is It's supposed to be around 50. And then it's not really supposed to get much warmer than that, but that's normal. That's average for us. And then it's going to get below average temps. Throughout the next week off and on, or 2 weeks off and on, whatever it ends up being. And it's gonna get rainy and snowy here again on like Wednesday night through Thursday. But, I mean, it's normal for this time of year. That's what I always joke about. Everybody, it's like, I always joke about how, you know, April snow showers bring May showers, which bring June flowers here in Montana. That's why it's crazy that these flowers, like, that are out right here are out. That is way early for. But having the temperamental weather like this is normal. Interested to see how this definitely trending towards El Nino again. It's already starting to head off. I'll find out if it's going to be a super El Nino, which for us here, like for this southeastern U.S. and northeastern, I guess, pretty much all eastern U.S. means it's going to be hot and dry usually. But for us, in like the Southwest, like Southern Rockies, so like Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona area, that usually means it's a good monsoon season. So the monsoon rains will be heavy. And then for us up here in Montana, it usually means cooler air, but drier. So typically we're not as warm. We won't be hitting triple digits like we normally do. But you never know. Because Super El Nino, pretty much all, the jet stream comes straight out of like the north almost for us, which in the summertime is typically coming out of the southwest, which also brings moisture and all that kind of stuff. So, we'll see. Whew. Had that weather here the last few weeks. Yeah, the rain that was in California, like there was a low it was two lows that merged. The low that was sitting over us, as we finally, like by yesterday, would have pushed through, would have been in Nevada, and then there was a low that was sitting off the coast of Washington that headed down, merged with that low. So we needed the snow and rain. Is to the south of me. It was the track of all that. In fact, it was like driving in yesterday. You could tell where that edge was. It was like the border, like Medina Pass and the Continental Divide between Idaho and Montana. It was like pretty much where the edge of all the weather was. As soon as we crossed Montana, it was like this. But down below, it was rainy and gray and whatever the whole drive. So Utah and Colorado and like even Arizona is supposed to get snow. New Mexico is supposed to get snow out of this. And then the next one that comes through, which is Wednesday night, supposed to dump snow here, and but it'd only be up in the upper elevations because it's too warm down in these lower elevations. It'll rain here, but it'll snow probably above like 9,000 feet, I would guess. And then, but all that's gonna miss like Colorado and Utah. It's gonna stay to the north. And I don't even know if it's gonna hit you, Riku. I think that one like veers north of you even, because it comes through so fast. And supposedly there's another system that's supposed to hit here in about a week, which should be a good one. And that one is bringing colder air, so we might get snow down here at this level. I'm a weather nerd, so that's why I'm always, every day, there's this guy I watch on YouTube, Chris Tomer, that does weather forecasts every day. He's an actual like meteorologist for a news station over in Colorado, but he does his daily thing on YouTube as well. Over it being windy and cold, yeah. Like I said, it's windy and cold here today, or right here. Like I said, downtown it wasn't, but this is average. It's average temps for us. So it's actually, this is like the normal. It's not, even the wind is normal. I'll complain about it, but it's normal. What are you doing, sweet girl? You just sniffing? Yeah. She's been all cooped up for, I wasn't able to get her out at all while we were in California, so this is her first time being able to go do something since Thursday morning. Like not last night, the night before, the spot we stayed at in Nevada, just south of Jackpot, there was a break in the clouds, so like timing wise, like right when we got there, which was nice. So after being in the car for 12 hours, you know, it was nice enough that she could just go and do whatever, and so that's what we did. And then even yesterday morning before we left, she was wandering around, exploring out there too. But it's nothing like, you know, going for 4 or 5 miles on a trail. You don't mind too much. Yeah. If it's warm out, I can tolerate the wind. I am not a fan of wind though, after living, where I live, or where I grew up, I mean. It's about 90 miles north of here, right on the Rocky Mountain front, at least here in Helena, we're still in the mountains. We're like, you're out on the plains on the Rocky Mountain front. It's always windy. And where I grew up is actually windier than that even. There's a bunch of horses out here over the weekend, it looks like. Well, that would be why there's that fresher pile of horse poop that my dog was trying to eat at the beginning. Whew. Just surprised at Cali weather. Well, I knew it was going to hit. I didn't know it was going to hit that bad though. Especially with dogs eating poo. Well, she's selective. She won't eat it, but she'll smear it all over herself. And then when it comes to like deer poop and elk poop, she'll roll around in deer poop, but she won't eat it. But elk poop she'll eat, but she won't roll around in it. But the only one that she'll try and eat and roll around in is human poop. So if somebody poops on the side of the trail and doesn't do a good job covering it up, she'll find it. And she will do her best to eat a little bit of it and then roll around in it, smear it all over. Nature's perfume. And that's when I vomit, because the gag reflex hits so hard. And I don't have a very sensitive gag reflex. There's been two or three times now where she does that. And then we have to, of course, travel somewhere that I can wash her off. And the whole drive, I'm just gagging and puking because it's so bad. It's so nasty. I haven't done anything for so long. This is kicking my ass. It's a good thing I can't. I'm supposed to take it easy for a little bit. I'm like, we're full on sweating too, and not even dressed up that warm. And this little 3% grade is making me breathe hard. Almost an everyday thing. Yeah, it just smells. Like in the grass rolling around out here. Like if it's like grass, like lawn grass, she loves rolling around on grass. But if it's out here where there's not really, it's not grass, it's not soft, and she's rolling around, then I know it's then poo. First time that she made me hit my gag reflex was because she decided to pick up this dead mouse that was sitting out there for who knows how long, and she wouldn't drop it. And it was so gross. She had it in her mouth, and it had been decomping so long. It was so, like, I don't know how to say, juicy. Like the decomp juices were flowing out of the, like, it was just gross. It was so nasty. And then I had to like physically like get a hold of her and rip it out of her mouth. And so then the smell is on my hands too. And it was so bad, it was like hitting my gag reflex. And we were still like out in the wind, like it was so nasty. Whew. I need to take off that tough ruck thing off of stream alerts. Update that today. Whew. I get my invoice submitted as well this last weekend. They're not gonna like the travel costs, but that's what, you know, gas prices in Nevada wasn't too bad. Sometimes Nevada is really bad. But California was awful. And I had to fill up twice in California only because their pumps shut off at $70. It's like the price of your gas. That's like 10 gallons of gas for me. I have a 30-gallon tank. So just I had to like fill up just to get out of like where I was at. So I was pretty low. And it was a little bit more expensive where I was at because I was up in Sonoma area, the Sonoma Valley or whatever you want to call it. And so I just tried to get to closer to Sacramento, bigger city, a little bit better. Not that it's really good gas prices, but it was about 60 cents a gallon cheaper anyways, even there. But I had to fill up just to be able to get to there, to fill up again to get into Nevada, to make sure I could get to Nevada, where I would save almost $2 a gallon. Because it was like in Sonoma, it was $6.30 a gallon. I think I paid like $5.80 or something a gallon in Sacramento. I think it was $5.80. It was like, you know, 579.9 or whatever. I don't know why they just don't. Who cares about the 0.9? A tenth of a penny is not adjusting anything. Just say what it is. That's one thing I love about Europe is when they have a price listed, that includes the tax. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy this for $2 and then get to the cashier and good morning.
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Another nice day?
Oh yeah. Yeah, wind's a little bit chilly, but yeah, not too bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. But then, like, as soon as I crossed into Nevada, it was like, you know, $4.80 a gallon or whatever. And then by the time I got to the other side of Nevada, like when I had to fill up again, it was down to like $4.30 a gallon. This fucking thing. It's like my phone did an update the other day, and now it keeps asking, hey, you haven't finished setting up your freaking AI and Siri and all that. And I'm like, I don't want to. Quit asking me to. So I just looked and it had a message popping up on the screen like, hey, do you want to finish setting this up? No, I told you before, no. Quit asking. $5 for premium there. Yeah, I don't go for the premium. Less than 4 for unleaded. Yeah. Well, here in Montana, it's like $3.70, I think, a gallon. Like pretty much Idaho and Nevada were the same, within about 10 or 15 cents. And so just, I mean, I get reimbursed no matter how much I spend, but if I just go, like, you know, try not to be that frugal, then they're going to stop. They're going to use somebody that's cheaper to travel, you know, for travel expenses. So I try and be as good as I can. Like I was driving like most of the time 10 miles an hour slower than at least 10 mile an hour slower than the speed limit, just because that's where I get my best gas mileage. So instead of doing like 80 on the freeway, I was doing 70, even though my van says I do 63 because with those bigger tires my speedometer is off that much. But so I was doing that. So I mean, you know, that took a couple extra hours alone right there total driving wise. But it's like knowing that it was 50 cents cheaper here, I filled up just enough to get to here and then filled my entire tank. So I save, quite a bit of money there, really. Would that be like almost $15? Just filling up here. So I tried to do that, like I completely filled my tank up before I crossed the border into California just to save. Well, I mean, just that alone right there, I saved like $60 on a tank. Because if I was to fill my tank on California prices, it's $180. To fill my tank here, it's like $84 or something like that. So it's twice as expensive. Since you have a Mini Cooper, yeah. That's how it was when I had both my other cars. My Infiniti Resport 400, I had to run premium, and then before that I had a Subaru WRX with a Stage 4 Plus kit in it. I had to run premium in that too. And a lot of times because of high altitude, I'd have to run premium and then also add a octane booster to the tank in my Subaru. The thing is, we're going to see that guy again. It's like, oh, have a good one. We'll see him again by the time we get around here. We always do. Unless we goof off. Maybe if we goof off, you won't see him. I've tried fuel injection clicker every so often, yeah. Yeah, I had to do that too. I should do that in my van. Although, man, it was crazy how I always forget that if I just do a little bit slower in my van, how much better my gas mileage is. Like I go from being able to get, like if I'm doing 80, which is like 72 on my speedometer, I can get about 370 miles on a tank of gas. So not very good gas mileage. I mean, any of us not very good gas mileage in my van. But if I just slow down to doing 70 or 63 on my speedometer, I can do 450, 460 on a tank of gas. It's a crazy difference. It's like even my fuel, because my gauge has the fuel, like your fuel efficiency gauge or whatever. And it's like if I'm doing just, you know, my normal driving, you know, doing the speed limit, we'll say. Oh, she's right here. No, go ahead. I didn't know you were right there. So let's head to California then, yeah. Yep. I'm gonna do the same going down to Arizona too. Just gonna take our time. If I didn't have to get my tooth fixed or whatever, I was gonna take a week driving to California, really take our time. And I thought about doing that coming back, but I couldn't remember when her appointment was, and her appointment is next week, not this week. So that's what I figured out this morning. But yeah, like I think my mileage gauge says like, I don't know, it's like right around like 12.1 or something like that. And then if I do a lot, like I did this coming back from California, it jumped up to like 12.9, which you think like 1 mile or 1 gallon or 1 mile per gallon difference isn't a lot, but that's closer to, because it's off as well, it doesn't know that I have bigger tires, so that's closer to like a 1.5 or 1.16 when I drive like that versus closer to 13. So it's really like 2 miles a gallon. 100 miles last week or over the weekend. That makes a big difference. Ow, I keep kicking rocks. I don't even see rocks. I'm like looking at the ground. I'm like, where the hell are these rocks I keep kicking? I don't even see them. My freaking big toe on my right foot is still like, the toenail is still growing back. So like if I kick something every now and then, it jams almost like an ingrown toenail, jams the toenail that is growing back into the skin. It hurts. Probably gonna end up with an ingrown toenail. Whew. I'm trying to go take it slow, but she's not letting me. Just because I know we'll run into that guy again. Unless we go really slow, he'll pass in front of us before we get there. I see that guy out here every morning when we come out here. I think he lives, or he might, I don't know if he lives. He comes from Head Lane, parking or Trailhead. Whether he lives down here or drives in, I don't know. Oh, so hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry. Like, I didn't eat horribly through the weekend, and I even did better driving back. Like when I travel, I don't necessarily eat the healthiest road snacks, but I did on this trip. I did pretty good. So it's crazy. I'm so freaking hungry. What's up there? And I had like my normal breakfast, an English muffin this morning, with just a little smear of peanut butter and a little smear of chocolate hazelnut spread, otherwise known as Nutella, but I buy the cheap stuff, so it's just called, it's like the store brand stuff, so it's just called chocolate hazelnut spread. It's the exact same thing as still trying to lose some weight. Yeah, I am back down that 5 pounds that I had gained back after I had lost. I'm back down again. And so we just gotta keep continuing to lose an extra 20 after that, which is difficult when I can't, just come out for a 4-hour run, type of thing. But we'll keep trying. I'm gonna, like right now, whenever I get I'm gonna have to have something. I'm not gonna be able to wait till lunch after we get done here, and I'll just have a lower calorie protein drink. Only be about 120 calories roughly. And not high protein, like maybe 20 grams of protein, I think, is all that's in it. But protein is satiating, so it'll help curb the hunger. And that'll probably get me to lunch. And then lunchtime, I'll just have a probably like a turkey wrap or something. And maybe a rice cake. And then in the afternoon, I'll have a little snack of something. I don't know what yet. We'll figure something out. And then that'll hold me off to be able to go hit the gym. Who's Jim? And why are you hitting him? I was quoting, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but trying to gain some weight, and it's tough. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I know exactly what you're talking about, Riku. So back when I was when I first lost all my weight and I got down to 157, which was less than what my ideal weight was. Like when I went and got tested at the lab, and they did all these calculations of, weight versus power and all this kind of stuff, and I was too light. My ideal race weight was like 163, and I was trying to eat enough to gain weight, and I could not gain weight. It was like exactly what you said. It was tough. Of course, back then my appetite wasn't near as big as it is right now. I'm just a ravenous beast. And so I would eat just a little something and I was full. I just couldn't physically eat anymore. And oh, how times have changed. That was 7 years ago, and now I just look at a piece of chocolate cake and I gain 10 pounds. Oh, I just need to, if I could get the ketosis triggered, my body, my natural ketosis, to trigger my body. That's what I need. And I think the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to maintain the amount that I'm eating, but just coming out and walking for like 2-3 hours. You know, hiking more than like running. You know, keep my heart rate in that 90 to 115 zone, and should start triggering natural ketosis, that's where my body will start eating away the fat instead of relying on quick source energy like carbs and stuff. Cookies a drug to you maintain, yeah. You're in the 50 to 60 MPW, yeah. Well, I know, like, you know, back then I had a nutritionist because I was on the team, and they had a nutritionist available for us, and like she made me have to, like, I had to keep blocks of cheese, like cubes of cheese or string cheese or whatever, in my fridge, because I was always, like, when you look at a macro level, I was not getting enough fat in my diet by any means. And that was my go-to, was cheese. Here lately, I have just been craving veggies. It's like on Saturday night, our director, because he had to go out, like, we were packing up the studio. We still weren't done with the broadcast, but we transferred the broadcast, because we had one static camera feed, so we just transferred the broadcast onto a laptop, and that way we could pack up all the equipment. And we needed to get it packed up because the weather, it was like a break in the weather for a little bit, and then it was supposed to get horrible, and it did. Luckily, we had the really expensive studio equipment packed up by the time the downpour hit, because that would have been bad. Like, you're talking, like, the rack is like 50 grand, you know, and then all the other stuff, it was easily, and this is our smaller studio, and there was easily probably 120 grand worth of equipment we had to get packed up, but that's with eating oats, rice, etc. But I should eat more oats. I love oats. Like, I really love, like, steel cut oats. So anyways, he had to go fill up the gas in the van while we were breaking stuff down, and while he was out, he was like, hey, I'll grab some food for everybody, and what do you guys want? And he just wanted to grab like Taco Bell or something, eat quick and easy, and none of us wanted that. And one of the guys mentioned Subway, so he's like, yeah, I can get you guys Subway. And he's so we texted him our orders, and I said, Italian BMT with all the veggies. He actually called me, he's like, what do you want on your, what kind of veggies do you want on there? Like, all. He's like, and he starts listing off. I'm like, yes. He's like, so you really mean all? I'm like, yes. As much as they will put on there, because they, you know, they always skimp on all that. It's like, if they can jam as many veggies in there as they can, and I'll be happy. And they did a good job. It was tons of There's veggies on there. He's like, do you want cheese or anything like that? No, no cheese. Do you want any sauce? And I was like, well, for a sandwich like that, I gotta have a little bit of something. So I had him put the little bit of the Southwest, whatever it is, sauce on there. I was like, but just a little bit, like half as much as they normally. Where my dog went. I heard her down below us. We have a good sandwich shop on the corner instead of Subway. Yeah, I would rather have something. I'm not a big fan of Subway, but like a local place. There's a local place here in town, which is awesome. And deal with the peanut oil fries. They go right through you. Yeah, anything fried goes. I just feel gross afterwards. Yeah, go do what you need to do, Rahoom. Have a good day. We're only gonna be live for another probably 15 minutes. That's about how long it'll probably take for us to get back. We're just doing the whole four miler today, and we're at 2.9. So I guess it'll probably be closer to 20 minutes once I figure out where my dog is. She's over here on the side where there is no wind. It is warm. I am like roasting. That wind was chilly. There she is. I see her way up in front of us now. She's probably wondering where I'm at. It's like, why are you taking so long, bro? We're definitely gonna have to do something tonight too, if I can get all my stuff done. And then I'm thinking, if depending on what the storm does on Thursday, the weekend looks like it's supposed to be pretty nice. So we might go camping this weekend and go hit some trails. And we'll see. I mean, I don't want to be out. Everybody's probably going to be out. So then it's like, well, where are we going to go camp at? We'll see. I have a place in mind, but I don't know if there'd be too much snow. And then, I don't know, one of my friends might want to go. And if one of my friends want to go, then I don't think they can get up to that spot. But it's only like 45 minutes from here. Then we'll have to just revamp if they want to go. Maybe I should send them a message and see if they want to go. Although I don't know if they're equipped enough to be able to camp out in colder weather like that. Yes. She really wants to go to the top of the mountain. They're definitely not doing that today. Maybe this afternoon. Yeah. Maybe this afternoon. It was funny. One of my friends last night was like, "Are you back yet?" And I was like, "No." "Where are you at?" And I'm always very, I was almost back. I was trying to be very cryptic because I know as soon as if they found out I was back, they were going to be like, hey, let's go for a run or something. I was so tired, it was not happening. So I just kept my answers cryptic. And then finally they like asked a very pointed question, like, what was the last town you went by? Because I was just saying stuff like, oh, I'm at mile marker or whatever, knowing that they would never know, have a clue. So then I said the city I was driving through, which is like 20 miles south of Helena. Like, this person should have known where I was at when I said that. And they were like, oh, so you'll be back in like 1 or 2 hours? And I'm like, only if I drive really, really slow. And then left it at that. Like, they had no clue that I was only like, you know, less than half an hour of being home. But I was so tired. And I had to run to the store really fast. Because I was not going to cook anything for dinner. So we should grab a quick little cauliflower crust pizza to eat. And then, you know, I mean, it took me over an hour just to unpack the van. Luckily I was able to get a spot right next to our building. Then, like last night, we went out to do bedtime potties. This is, you know, 9:30, somewhere around there. And while we were out there, I hear like 2 kids going by on like skateboards or something. And then you could hear just the sound of it, because I used to ride a skateboard. The sound of it, I knew somebody just biffed it hard. And then when we got to the front door, I could see, and there was a girl probably, you know, 13-ish years old on the ground. And you could just hear her just like kind of groaning, wanting, like, not a full-on cry. I would have been. As hard as it, because if I looked at, I saw where she was laying, I saw where her skateboard was. I was like, you flew a long ways. No protective gear, anything like that. And her friend, which I'm guessing was like her boyfriend or somebody, or maybe a boy that wanted to be her boyfriend, or maybe a friend she wanted to be her boyfriend. You know, the situation. Her situationship. Was over there, like, checking on her or whatever, and I saw he was on the phone, so I was like, oh, okay, everything's being handled, I don't need to go over there, be the creepy old guy going over there. Well, I had Nahri with me anyways, and she would have been, like, not helpful at all. So I went back upstairs, and had my window open and I could hear him. He wasn't like talking to the like 911 or anybody. I don't know who he was talking to. I'm guessing he was talking to her friend, who a couple minutes later came flying up on her skateboard and immediately was freaking out. And I was like, oh geez, she's worse than what I thought. Like, that guy, he made it like seem like, oh, not a big deal, she fell or whatever, you know, nothing too bad happening. And then her friend came up and was just total, like, went over and checked on her and then totally started freaking out. And I could hear her, she called, I'm guessing, you know, what, either her parent or the girl's parent, one of the two, and was talking to them on the phone. And then I could tell that then she called, like, they probably told her to call 911, and so then she called 911, and within like 2 minutes there was police and fire truck, you know, the fire EMS people there and all that. And then so the whole time, like, oh geez, I should have gone over there and checked on her, because I have medical knowledge. I used to teach freaking first aid, and I used to recertify every year the doctors and nurses for BLS, ALS, pals, all that kind of stuff. It's like, I still have the knowledge. I could have probably been very helpful over there. And I didn't go. So I was like, oh, they got it handled, you know. So this, you know, by the time all this was done, and by the time like actual help got there, because she was still on the ground at that time, it had been like 20 minutes or more. Right? Yeah, that's probably 20 minutes, I guess. It's like, man, I should have got over there. But once the EMS people arrived, then I was like, okay, she's gonna be taken care of. I don't feel bad. I mean, I still feel bad, but I mean, I feel good knowing that she's getting help. Let's put it that way. But it's like, even I watched, because you know, there's people that walk. This is a downtown walking area. I can see this all out my window. And like, one of the people in my building, he walked over there and talked to him, and you know, it was before that one girl, her friend showed up, I'm guessing. It was just a guy, and then he like walked over, and you know, he just kept walking wherever he was going, and like, it was no big deal, like, oh, everything's handled. And then even two other people, like two adults, like a mom and a dad, or I don't know if they're mom or dad, but at least husband and wife, I guess, walked by, didn't even like acknowledge or anything, like didn't talk to him or anything. So like, if she was that bad, I think they would have been freaking out. I mean, if anything, the thing I'd be worried about, I mean, she face planted, like she was still face planted on the ground, so her face definitely has to be mangled up. There's no doubt about it. But my concern would be like a head injury, since she wasn't wearing a helmet or anything like that. Hello, Tom. In Helena? Yeah, we're back in Helena. I'll be here in this area anyways. I mean, I might go be in Montana at least for another week and a half probably. And then I have to go down to Arizona. I'll be in Arizona for a couple weeks. I'm going to try to figure out a way that I can, I won't be able to do like any running live streams necessarily, but I can at least, you know, do join me while I work, because I'll be working for the full week once I get down to Arizona. Just to be able to live stream, talk to people, but we'll see. I get it. No, what I do, I need to figure it out. Hello, sweet girl. She's like stopping, wagging her tail. Now she's trying to pull my hand. She knows we're going back. After being all cooped up, she's not ready to go back and be done. Should climb a 3,000 meter Montana mountain stream. Oh yeah, there's no way. There is. Not this time of year. Anything above, what, about 20, trying to do the conversion, about probably 23. Whew. Because like that mountain right there is probably, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. That mountain there is about probably about 2,500 meters. it is just completely like that snow's, you're talking, you know, that snow being probably 10 foot deep up there. You can't even post hole that. If you had snowshoes, I guess you'd probably be able to do something. Hi, sweet girl, what were you rolling around in? Something died there. If you're rolling around on the ground like that, something died right there. Ready? Okay. Oh, yeah, I might as well just walk the rest of the way in. I mean, I've been doing mostly walking anyways. This is what we walk the rest of the way in. My mom just tried to call me. So if you saw a blip in the stream, that was because my mom was trying to call me. She wants to know if I'm still planning on seeing her in May, which I am, but I don't know when in May. I will definitely be able to go say hi to her. I mean, if I could, early next week maybe, before I leave for Arizona, but that'll be tough because I have to pack everything up. Since I'll be gone, I gotta take all my studio equipment, and then I gotta take and pack for a few weeks for all of us. All of us being me and my dog. So it would be tough to, because it's a day. If I'm gonna go see her, it's a day, a full day to do it. Which I don't know if I can do or not. Oh, because like right now I just unpacked my van after this last weekend, and I got to reset everything. And if I go camping this weekend, then it'll take away from that. So yeah, we'll see. Whew. Well, Nahri, hey, no, stop. We're gonna go. I gotta get a bunch of stuff done today. Since I, got back late last night, I gotta do a bunch of stuff. So maybe I'll see you guys tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I'll at least see you tomorrow. But that's gonna be it for today. And yeah. 9:30. Yeah, I gotta get going. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Sorry, Tom, you just showed up and now I gotta go. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Maybe, hopefully tomorrow we can just, even if I'm just walking around for a couple hours, we can spend at least 2 or 3 hours just cruising around doing whatever. So bye, everyone. Love y'all.